Hi, it's Mary, and I've been talking to you about this coronavirus situation where I myself sometimes feel like, oh no, when is this going to get over? How, how long am I going to have to stay isolated? And I, don't want to catch that disease. So I'm going to have to follow the social distancing for sure. But it's not easy. It's difficult wearing masks and everything like that. So, what I said to you before was, well, I can change what I'm thinking about, and so can you. So, I thought of a story that I want to tell you, and maybe it will help to get out of this kind of stuck place with COVID. All right, so here we go. I was up on Lake Superior in a small town in northern Minnesota, and it was late October. I was up there writing a journal about my weight loss program, a 23-day what to do every day so you don't quit losing weight and do the old yo-yo. So I looked out the window in the morning, and outside this big window was like about 60 birds in a tree eating the berries like crazy. I mean, the berries were red. They were robins there. We used to call them robin redbreast. And so the colors, the blue water, the blue sky, the birds eating all those berries, it was fantastic. And I ran out the door with my camera, duh. And of course, they all flew away, except for one. And I thought, why is that bird still here? Is that the lead bird or what? And I started taking pictures of that bird, and that bird stayed there, like looking out over the lake. When I too looked out over the lake, and I went, oh, a storm is coming. And at the end of October in Minnesota, if a storm is coming, that means it could be snow. And all of a sudden I went, oh, I get it. The birds are getting ready to fly south very fast, because if they get stuck in a storm, well, and it's a snowstorm, they wouldn't be able to fly south. So I looked up at that one bird and I asked that question, how long have you got? And I meant before the storm comes. How long have you got before you have to fly south? And that bird, it seemed like, looked back at me and asked me a question. How long have you got? Well, I had goosebumps. My legs were shaking. And I went, wow. I looked around and I started thinking. And here's what I came up with. The birds are ripe. The trees are ripe. The berries are ripe. Do we all have another ripe time over and over and over and over again? Okay, and I thought about it and I thought about it and I started to write a book about it, when I realized there's also a song from years ago called Turn, Turn. It was by, of all things, the Byrds, Byrds. And in that song, what they say in the words is, every season is a time to turn, a time to reap, a time to sow, a time to live, a time to die. Wow. And I was telling some people about that, about this phenomena, about having another ripe time, maybe all of us, maybe all of nature. And they said, well, you know, it's in the Bible as well. In a part of the Bible, Ecclesiastics, and it says the same thing. For every season is a turning point. Wow, another ripe time. Look at how inspirational that can be. So I started thinking, if I have another ripe time and many more ripe times, what do I want to do in my next ripe time? Well, then I started having fun. And then I realized in my thoughts, people who are my age, sometimes they start to think they're too old. You know that one? Or even some people will say, well, watch out, don't break a hip. Like it's almost the end. Well, that's a cultural phenomena and not necessarily the truth about anything. It's just an idea. Well, you better watch out. Are you going to keep your house or are you going to move to a nursing home? What? Anyway, so I started thinking, if I'm ripe for again and again and again and again, what do I want to do in my next ripe time? Whoa. Now I want to ask you, if you're ripe again and again, what has given you joy when you were ripe in the past? What's given me joy is to be able to write books. Whoa, I never thought I could, but I can. And so I'm going to write another book and another book as long as it gives me joy. What about you? What are you going to do in your next ripe time? And maybe you're getting ripe right now. So I noticed that Jane Fonda, who is a little bit older than I am, is having many videos about the third act. What a great title for a famous actress. And she is also, with her wisdom and her knowledge and her now ripe time, let's call it, she is deciding to help save the planet. And she's serious. What would you like to give back in this ripe time? What would give you joy coming from the inside? Well, how you find out, you ask yourself a question. Who am I? Am I ripe again? And when you say, well, I can be, well, then what do you want to do, be, have? What's going to happen in your next ripe time? And you know, You can decide. You're the one that says that you have a next right time or not. So I just ask you to think about it. Think about it. What could I be ripe for? And then think about it some more. Just watch. It'll take you out of that feeling of this COVID time lapse, which we can't change, but we can change us. What do you think? Yeah, what do you think? I'd love to know. And I'll speak to you again about the ripe time very soon. Bye for now.